Yeah, it's one of those where it's delicate because it's going to take a little while, and I think it's one of those where you try and move on very quickly. You try and refocus the group. You try and in the short term, we've got to concentrate on these 2 games, Nations League, to pick up valuable points, and also when we finish this week, hopefully finish on a high. Because the next time we meet up, it's for a World Cup qualifier, so that'll come around very quickly. So we've got to try and say you draw a line underneath the Euros, that's gone now, and move on.
Triple headers, have you found that tough? It's tough in small nations in particular.
Yeah, I think it's nobody knew what to expect, and nobody quite knew the impact it would have on players, and of course factor into that the travelling as well. Yes, you talk about the smaller nations, and certainly it brings more of the squad rotation into play, and it's given some of our players a chance, and I think that's a good thing for me to be able to see the more players play. Having only taken over 2 months ago, it's allowed me to assess them and giving them a chance.
I think it's just the Austrian question, right?
Ja, aber das auch übersetzen.
Okay, can you say it again? I'm sorry.
Say it all again?
Or I can go to the next question, however you like.
Okay.
Go to the next question? Yes?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Does this week present a chance to see the likes of Ethan Galbraith and Ali McCann? How important is it that these kind of players step up in the next year or 2?
Yeah, I think that from the last question that it's allowed me to see more players in and around the squad. It gives players a chance. They come in, and quite often I think when it was the 2 games, you would probably use, I don't know, between 15, 16 players maybe. More of the squad now is in use. Triple headers is extremely testing in that respect, and for the likes of Ali and Ethan Galbraith, young players that have come through that have been with me in the under-21s, it's good for me to see them integrate with the more senior players, and they're talented boys, and they need the chance at some stage, and they've earned the chance to be in the squad. We'll have to go and see in the next couple of games whether they get some game time.
Ian,
Nice.
Sorry.
Ich denke, wir brauchen die jungen Spieler auch im Team. Es ist immer verlockend eben, auch gut für mich, dass die jungen Spieler hochkommen. Ich kenne sie ja von den unter 21 Meisterschaften. Sie integrieren sich gut, sie sind talentiert, und ich bin froh, dass sie ihre Chance bekommen.
Apparently, there's talk of the Norway team not being allowed to travel to Romania because of COVID, and this could have a direct impact on Northern Ireland being relegated. Any thoughts on that? You know anything about that?
That's the first I've heard. We've fully concentrated on this game, and whatever goes on between Norway and Romania, then we have to run with that. So but no, I didn't realise that the game might be in doubt. So no, you've thrown that one up on me.
Michael, a couple of questions for your good self.
Nige.
Oh, sorry.
Is your first time, Nigel?
Für das Spiel gegen Norwegen wegen Covid-19, die Frage. Was ich gehört habe, also ich konzentriere mich aufs Spiel. Alles kommt darauf an, wie das jetzt in den nächsten Wochen passiert. Und na klar hat man Zweifel, ob das Spiel dann tatsächlich stattfinden kann. Aber darüber kann ich jetzt keine Auskunft geben.
Michael, so how was Bailey after the game on Thursday night? And also, how do the goalkeepers help each other after a night like that?
I think he was disappointed, like all the players were. Possibly with the goal, I think he maybe could have done better. But I find whenever I'm in that position, I just want to be sort of left alone. So he knows, like, I'm there if he wants to speak to me. But I think goalkeepers have their own ways of dealing with certain situations, and they have their own mechanisms for that. So you just sometimes have to leave people be.
Wie ging es Billy nach Donnerstag? Wie helfen sich die Torhüter untereinander? Natürlich war er enttäuscht, wie alle von uns, aber er weiß, was auf ihn zukommt, er weiß, worauf es ankommt, und daran werden wir auch arbeiten.
Michael, you've experienced the highs and lows with Northern Ireland. So how tough was the aftermath on Thursday night?
Yeah, it was really tough, I think, for a few reasons. Obviously, the Switzerland game for the World Cup springs to mind as well. It was a pretty low point, but I think this one was worse. The Switzerland game, we had a double header, so it was a longer process, and we on the other night expected to win the game. We thought we had a very good chance, and we prepared as well as we have done for any other game. And I thought on the night we played really well, and I think we deserved to bring it to the penalty kicks at least. So to be so close to going to another major tournament and then not to do it is hard to get your head around.